And what? You are live. So let's see. Also, you know what? On Facebook, it won't go live if it's more than 10 minutes in. It won't go
Oh,
live.
really?
Yeah, that's what happens with
Weird.
Facebook. I know.
Okay. Oh, it just went live on YouTube.
Cool. Oh, it worked this time. Oh,
I
thank
know.
God.
I know. We worked so hard last time.
Welcome, everyone. We started early just to make sure that it was going live. Hopefully, it's live everywhere else. We'll see from the chats.
Oh, yeah. We just got a chat on YouTube.
Oh, hello, Michael Beck.
From Denmark.
This is Marina Franklin here and Evelyn Frick.
Hello.
We're gonna give it a second for people to join in before I really start. We're starting early to deal with what happened last week. Was we didn't go live what we were supposed to.
No.
So we're starting early today. We do this every Saturday.
Yep.
So for you, Michael Beck, you get a cookie for being early. He's early. From Denmark. What is going on in Denmark? Right? I mean, Denmark
I have no idea.
Hello from Florida. Hey, Eric. Eric G. What up, Eric G? What up? We're doing this on a Saturday. I'm in New York City. Evelyn, tell them where you are.
I'm in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, about an hour outside Philadelphia. So that's where I am.
Lancaster. That's where the Amish are.
Yeah. If you remember, like when there was that Trump rally where they're like Amish people, that's like in my general area.
I did a college audition there for NACA.
Oh, what's NACA?
For colleges, the National Association for College Activity Board or something like that. Yeah, so that you get to perform. This is good for you to know, Evelyn.
Yeah.
To perform in front of colleges.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I know a lot of comedians do college tours.
Yeah, so they audition for they have this, it's like the mafia of colleges. So they have this big organization and all the colleges come together to this one location and then you audition for them and they book you out at the location and they come to your booth and they go, we want to book you, we want to book you, and they book you for the whole year.
Wow.
And you can actually make a living. There's some people who are millionaires from those auditions.
That's wild. I had no idea that that's how people booked comedians for colleges.
Yeah. Oh, Fly Society. Hey, Fly Society is here every Saturday. Thank you, Fly Society.
Hello.
Hello. And Michael Bench says, how's it doing with the two? Well, I don't know the rest. Do you understand that? It's Junior. Well, in Denmark, we have something called Corona, so not much is happening here. Oh, okay. That's cute.
Yeah.
A virus anywhere is a virus everywhere.
Where? Yeah, exactly.
I love how they've changed, that saying. I want to say I still have this cough from last week. Hello, Marcus from Austria. What is the chat about? We're going to get to it because we have people coming in. So thank you. He's like, get to it.
Yeah. I want to hear the reviews.
Reppin' Fly Society. Geniuses. Yes. Hello, everyone from Texas. Franklin Sloan is always here too. Thank you, Franklin. So let me stop talking about NACA colleges and how Evelyn can make millions of dollars if she. Yeah. So what happens is your agent puts you on the showcase, or they see your tape and then they go, we want to see her.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then you go and audition, and it's this great experience. And then no, that's a lie. I'm sorry. Let me get this right. It's not a great experience. I actually, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, the reason I'm
Yeah.
telling you this, Evelyn,
Mhm.
that was my first NACA showcase for all these
Oh, wow.
colleges. And I was a young comic. I bombed so bad.
Oh, no.
Bill
That's
Burr
bad.
drove me to the NACA conference
Hmm.
and from New York City, and another comic was driving me back. I stayed in
Yeah.
a real shitty motel
Yeah.
because I didn't have any money,
Yeah.
and I bombed, and I actually hung out on the Amish farm the
Oh,
whole
really?
day. After I bombed, I hung out on the Amish farm with this
Yeah.
this guy. His name happened to be Jebediah.
Yeah. They usually are.
Because I was like, if I'm gonna be depressed, I'm gonna hang out with the Amish so I could cheer myself up.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you ever hang out on the Amish farm?
No, no. I'm closer to the city where like the farms are kind of farther out. It's nice to like drive past them, but no, I don't spend a lot of
I
time.
love that. It's nice to drive past them. I don't hang
Yeah.
out, but it's nice to
No.
go, see you
Well, I don't
later.
know. I think I mean, I don't want to be rude, but they do kind of, they only marry within their community. So they do sometimes,
I know
um,
what you're saying. They look a
yeah,
little incestual.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. So no, I do not
Well,
spend that much time with them.
let me tell you, Jebediah was trying to get some interracial stuff going.
Oh,
Cause
wow.
oh yeah, Jebediah hit on me underneath the bridge.
Wow.
Because the horse and the buggy took us under the bridge. You know, they take you on a little tour.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he
Yeah.
goes, you know why? You know why the horse slows down underneath the bridge? And I was like, no. He's like, because it's real hot underneath this bridge. I was like, Jebediah,
Yeah.
I'm going to report you to the
Yeah.
Amish Society, whatever that is.
Yeah. The board of elders. I mean, that usually, I'm sure that probably works for all the other Amish ladies.
I know. I was like, Jebediah trying to get some brown sugar.
Yeah.
So anyway, I will say welcome to everyone who's joining us here. I want to thank you. Did I just say that again? Yes. I want to apologize if I cough. I'm on antibiotics. I know I say it wrong. I do not have corona. I just was hitting my vape way too hard, and I've been inside forever. I have no contact with people, and so the air inside my apartment, all that creates this dryness up in the chest area.
Yeah.
I've been tested, so the cough, it may disturb you. I just wanted to let you know I'm okay. We do this every Saturday to talk about the Friends Like Us podcast. Evelyn is my assistant, my friend. I couldn't do this without her. And she's here to talk about some of our reviews that we've gotten and to shout out some of our fans that
Yeah.
because we want to have engagement with our fans, and this is the best way. So a lot of times they want to call in during the show and they can't. So here's your chance. Some of you didn't
Yeah.
even know I had a podcast. So now you know. It's called
Yeah.
Friends Like Us.
Yeah. We're wearing
And
the merch.
yeah. And that's me. See, that's me. Because the old logo that we had, here's a funny tidbit about the old logo that we had, which is behind me. Let's see if I can, right there in that candle, right here.
Oh, yeah, I can see it.
That has been used by other people. It's not, I didn't really own it. I was just using it. So I had to get a new one. I actually saw someone who we've had on the show use it recently on their
Oh,
Instagram.
yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, I'm glad we moved on. Anyway, this
Yeah.
logo is much better and we have merch available. But the podcast features women of color talking about trending topics throughout the week. It'll be even more trendy actually now because we'll have more control over our own podcast.
Yeah.
You know what that means? We left the network we were on.
Yeah. We are
Yeah.
now our own network.
We are now, this is the way we've been doing it for years. We've been doing this for almost 8 years.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And, you could see from the link below on the link tree that
Mhm.
is scrolling on the bottom here. That's where you could find the podcast. You see? I'll type it in the thing, and Evelyn, you could talk to them while I'm doing that.
Yeah. It's there on the link tree. You can find where to buy merch, as we've said. Where Friends Like Us is available on iTunes, Stitcher, iHeartRadio. You can find all those links in the link tree, as well as Marina's website, which will take you to. You can also see different events that Marina is doing. For example, there's an upcoming. We did a virtual comedy show a few weeks ago now. We have one coming up on February 18th. So we have a lot going on. There are many links for you to check out. So definitely please do.
Yeah. there it is.
Yep.
I really appreciate someone last week wrote, even though you got that cough, I still think you hot. I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's like the validation you want when you're sick. Because at least when I feel sick, I just feel so gross.
Yeah, like you look real hot.
Yeah.
You look real hot with your virus.
Yeah.
But I don't have a virus. I just
No.
was irresponsible. And I vaped like basically every day.
But I mean, also, it's like, what else is there to do right now?
The podcast, but still, you're right.
Yeah.
You're so right, Evelyn. And the podcast, it does feature women of color, but every once a month we do have a white. And Evelyn is not offended by that at all. Look, I'm trying to do it the right way. Right, Evelyn? You're not offended by that, right?
No, I am not.
And once a month, and then once a month we also have a guy. It's like our period. Okay. So this week's episode actually is really important because we're talking about vaccines.
Yeah.
Evelyn, what did you think about this week's episode? Was it informative?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I thought it was fantastic. With like the vaccines, I've been kind of doing my own research and stuff, but I haven't really had the opportunity to hear from a medical professional about the virus. So I thought it was great. You know, within the first 10 minutes of the podcast, Dr. Polite was going over, you know, the myths about it and disputing that right away. So I thought it was great. Like, even if someone only listens to like the first 10 minutes of the podcast, they're already getting such important information about the vaccine. And I also thought it was great that we had Rafiq Kalam Idin, who's a educator in Brooklyn. So he's also kind of out on the front lines of this. So yeah, overall, I thought that the podcast this week was so informative and really important information that people need to know.
Yeah, awesome. Let's see what thank you. Hey, Mr. Thank you for coming to my comedy show, Mr. Thank you all. I think also there were a few other people here. Oh,
Yeah.
Traplink Dunka, what up? Represent. So thanks for coming. I think Fly Society, were you at my comedy show? Anyway, I just want to thank you if you did come to the comedy show. We're doing another one. We have a different comic featured each time we do it. This time, and I haven't let you know this, Evelyn, but Mia Jackson. Mia Jackson is going to be featured on this time, and she's so funny. She's so sweet. So, sorry. I cannot wait to have her. That sounded freaky. She's just going to be great. She opened for Amy Schumer when we were able to be like on stage and everything. So we're going to do it again, February 18th. That's the Thursday after Valentine's Day. Evelyn, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
Nothing. My partner lives in Minnesota for grad school. So we will be apart, probably FaceTiming. But I mean, I think Valentine's Day has always been something like a day where I've also just been like, you know, like romantic love, but then also like love that I have for my family. So I'll probably just be spending it with like my parents.
That is so sweet.
Yeah.
That is a good way of thinking of Valentine's Day because I know like some women are probably feeling alone, but then if you've been doing the pandemic alone, it's like redundant in a way. So you might as well
Yeah.
think of it as a way to spread the love to people who are close to you. That's great. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And I think that's something too that like you've been talking about on the podcast a lot, like making sure to check in on your friends who have been doing the pandemic alone, and who like might be living alone or like are single right now. And so I think that's something like you've mentioned on the podcast that you should be doing all the time, but Valentine's Day is another great reminder to be checking in on your friends.
Yeah, check in. I'm
Yeah.
still thinking about the people who haven't checked in with me, and I
Yeah.
know who you are. When we come out of this, whatever that is,
Yeah.
I know who you are. And Michael Beck wants to know how the comedy show went. It was great.
Yeah,
I
that's
wasn't
really good.
nervous. It was fun. I was able to share stories in that way that I've never shared on stage, actually.
Hmm.
So it was fun. I mean, you get a little inside into my stand up a little bit more. And I
Yeah.
rehashed some old jokes that I don't even think people know because a lot of my older jokes are not really out there. So that was fun.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
I heard some jokes from you that I hadn't heard before.
oh,
'Cause
thanks.
yeah, no, it was good.
And then there's also like interaction. Like the interaction with the audience is also the best. Like,
Yeah.
we don't have people talking to me while I'm doing my act, but every now and then there is like this engagement, this improvisation that goes on where it's a lot of fun. Actually, there was a baby crying in the background.
That was
Uh,
fun.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. And then the baby at one point said no,
Yeah. It was
and
cute.
that was weird. And then a woman was talking and didn't know her mic was on.
Yeah.
And she said the word insidious, and I was like, that word seems to be like the key. There's a lot of operative words right now, right?
Yeah.
Like insidious is one. Um,
Yeah.
Morbidity. What is it?
Yeah.
Comorbidity.
Comorbidity. Yeah.
Comorbidity is two. Pre-existing is three. Vaccine is four. Uh,
Yeah.
Bipartisan is five. Right. Um, so yeah, it was
It was
great.
good.
But the vaccine, back to that, Evelyn, how is it? How is the rollout going in Pennsylvania and
The
Lancaster?
I haven't seen recent stats, but I mean, it's kind of similar to what Dr. Polite was saying on the podcast, where the rollout has been kind of bad everywhere. I think since the since the Biden administration has taken over, I think it's gotten better, and I'm hoping that it'll only continue to get better. Because actually, last week I was able to schedule my parents' appointments,
No.
which is great. And I hadn't weeks prior, I've been checking the Pennsylvania State Department of Health website, and there was no information. And then, one day I checked and they had appointment slots, so I was able to do that. So I think I think it's been going slowly, but will continue to get better. And I think that by I'm hoping, like Dr. Fauci said, by like the end of spring or the end of summer, anyone who wants to get vaccinated will have been able to get vaccinated.
Yeah, it's amazing that you don't even realize how much of effect a president. Like I always thought they didn't really do anything.
Thing. Yeah, yeah. It's like you never really see like the direct effects that presidents have, but you could see it
Yeah,
with the vaccine rollout and the fact that they did not have a plan.
they did not have a plan. I mean, in New York City, I'm so glad that your parents and that you were able to do that. I want to know what happens, by the way, after, like how they're
Yeah, yeah,
feeling
well,
and maybe share with them that podcast too, if they have any
Oh,
fears,
yeah, absolutely.
if of course, if they want to, but
Yeah.
I just think it's important, because it's interesting to hear even the doctor had fears about the
Yeah.
vaccine, right?
Yeah.
But she said all of her questions were answered. And I think her questions are probably going to be more specific than my questions,
Yeah.
because she's also a professional.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the kind of questions that like my parents have or I have are kind of like similar to what you mentioned, like what are the after effects of getting the shot. And I've been appreciative. Some of my friends who, they work in healthcare, so they've been vaccinated already, have like, and I've seen a lot of doctors too, like posting what they've experienced after the vaccine. And for the most part, I think a lot of them have been saying like a little arm, like a little bit of pain in their arm, maybe a little tiredness. But I haven't seen anything extreme. So I think that's probably the main kind of questions that I have had. I think you're absolutely right. Like I didn't have like very specific questions, very scientific questions about the vaccine. So I didn't really know what to be asking doctors. And then in this past episode, Dr. Polite just kind of covered it all. So even though I didn't really know what to ask, I was still able to get that information.
Yes. You got to talk to the experts. Don't talk to
Really do.
comics.
No.
Don't talk to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'll put people in place that you can listen to, and you could still make your own judgments, or you can make your own decision. I should say, not judgments, your own decisions. We all have our judgments, and then we make our decisions. Now, they're having a conversation here about what is an opposite gender parent. Aren't all parents opposite gender? Where are they getting that from? Did you say that, Evelyn?
No, the Mr. had asked, weird or not weird, receiving Valentine's gifts from your opposite gender parent. Thoughts?
Huh. What does that mean? I guess that is the question. What does that mean?
And then he clarified, he said, meaning you're a man and received a gift from your mom, or you're a woman and received a gift from your father.
Oh, thoughts.
I mean, I think it's like, I think it depends on the context. Like if, for example, my father were to give me a present for Valentine's Day and be like, oh, like this is for you, I love you. That's one thing. If he's like, here's a gift, I love you, that's different. But no, I think it's fine. I think it's important to show the love for the people in your life and your family.
Well, here's an interesting story. Thank you, Mister, for bringing that up. My dad, who was probably, he wasn't perfect. Okay. I have a lot of half siblings. I mean, it's the reason I'm a comedian is because I had a very fun dad. Half siblings, which means, wherever my dad left his hat was his, well, he should have wore the hat, basically, right? So, yeah, I had a lot of half siblings. And for some, my dad was on the road a lot and I didn't see him a lot when I was younger. But one thing he always remembered with his daughters was Valentine's Day, which I thought was very, like, it was cool. It was kind of like an odd romantic daddy and daughter relationship, It was so cool. Like, no matter what, I always remember him. He would forget my birthday too, but he always remembered Valentine's Day. And so there was always like candy or a teddy bear or something, but he never forgot Valentine's Day. So I think that's cool when your parents do that because it's like, especially if they're on the road a lot and you don't see them a lot, it's something about bringing something back home from where you've been to say, I know I've been away, I know I haven't been here, but I've been thinking about you.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I think our society gets really hung up on romantic love a lot of the time. And it's like, why not just share like the love that you have for your friends or the love that you have for your siblings or your children? I think that's, all appropriate to be celebrating on Valentine's Day.
Now, Tamara says, Marina, have you been able to schedule an appointment? I have not. Have you? Now, Tamara, I know you live right by me, so I think Sydenham is a place where they'll be doing vaccines, which, like you said, Evelyn, I didn't even see the rollout before. I didn't even know where you could get a vaccine. And I know
Yeah.
that's part governors, says Governor
Yeah.
Cuomo, Bill de Blasio. Ugh, I can't stand Bill de Blasio. But
Yeah.
ugh. But I will say I should be able to in a week. They haven't changed the website though. Because right
Yeah.
now, like it's saying that in New York City, it's saying if you're a restaurant employee,
Hmm.
you can get vaccinated.
Oh.
What do you think
Hmm.
about that? Like, should a restaurant employee be able to get vaccinated before someone with comorbidity, like, or someone with pre-existing? Now, next third by the 18th, which is when my show is, I
Yeah.
can get vaccinated. Anyone with
Oh,
pre-existing
that's great.
conditions, which I have a pre-existing condition, being that I had breast cancer. I'm a survivor. If you didn't know, I'm surviving. I'm in remission. After 5 years, I'm really in remission, but
Yeah.
I'm at that point. I'm good, right?
Yeah.
But I can get the vaccine, but there's nothing on the website saying anything. I just know that
Yeah.
because I have the app, but it's not consistent where the information
Yeah.
is. It's all over the
Yeah,
place.
the spread of information is definitely hard for sure. I was experiencing the same thing where like the website like just would not update. And I would say, you know, come check back tomorrow, and it would say the exact same thing. Honestly, it happened very. I was very lucky because it was actually, I checked the website really late one night, maybe midnight. I had like woken up and couldn't sleep. And I was like, oh, maybe I'll just check the website. And I did, and it had slots. So it was just kind of a very random thing. Like maybe Pennsylvania had like just gotten more vaccines or something like that. So yeah, I just in the middle of the night, I scheduled everything. So I think at this point it is still very catch as catch can, like, you know, very kind of random. But I'm glad. I think, yeah, it is an interesting to your point about like restaurant workers versus people with pre-existing conditions.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I mean, that's like a very difficult thing. I mean, obviously, I think we should be prioritizing people with pre-existing conditions because they are more susceptible. On the other hand, like I've just been seeing so many things of like restaurants reopening in like LA and in New York, and people like actually going to those restaurants and putting restaurant workers in danger. So I don't know. I mean, I think hopefully we'll be at a point soon where the government provides enough vaccine distribution for everyone. I think right now it's just such a weird situation.
Sorry for the cough again. Mm. You know what this that is such a weird situation for everyone. You're
Yeah.
right. It's like so I was looking at here because Rondell says, Marina, where's your glasses? Hello, Rondell. Rondeezy. Venus Boys 3. Hello, Venus Boys 3. How are you? You're always so great to be here. Thank you. And Honest FM, why do people from New York hate Bill de Blasio so much? Ugh.
He's
I'll
just a
tell
clown.
yeah. It's someone's Mr. I don't trust anyone whose last name is 4 syllables or more. Ah, I love it. Venus says, "Oh, our small town had excellent organization getting the old folks vaccinated over the hill in Vegas. It's a free for all nightmare." Yeah, it's like small towns are better than cities. It's just
Yeah.
it's whatever. There's more people. It seems to just be very difficult to roll out. And
Yeah.
okay, one question at a time. What was that? So my old dad got the first shot of Moderna. 2 days later, it made him really tired, which lasted for a few days, and now he's back to normal. All right. See, it's who cares about being tired? Nobody.
Yeah.
Let's answer that question about Bill de Blasio being. So I'll tell you why first, and then we'll go into dating during the coronavirus and get back to the vaccine. So Bill de Blasio doesn't really, he's a politician. And although he's on the right side, I would say, he
Yeah.
doesn't, he's one of those fake, he makes me understand why some people hate liberals, actually,
Yeah.
because he will appear to be, um, so holier than thou about everything, but he doesn't get the job done. And
Yeah.
he doesn't answer the questions. Like, I think there was a question this week about why was our health commissioner, or the person in charge of like the main doctor for the city, he came down with
Mhm.
COVID.
Oh no.
Yeah. I forget his name, but everyone, the question was, how are we supposed to trust someone who's in charge of health for the city of New York, and they themselves came down with COVID? That was a very
Yeah.
simple question that if you can just answer like a human being, like saying, hey, you know what, this is difficult, and this is a great example of how difficult this is and how you really need to pay close attention. That could
Yeah.
have been such a simple answer, but instead he went into this bullshit, like political. I'm
Yeah.
not going to really answer the question. And in this day and age, after the orange man left, if you don't get that honesty works, I don't know what I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, the reason that guy was so popular, the orange man, 45,
Mhm.
was so popular was because he said everything he was thinking. And people were like, finally, someone who says absolutely what's on their mind. So you can't go back to this place of like speaking just like a politician. We see that bullshit. We see bullshit.
Yeah.
Just say
Yeah.
the doctor didn't wash his dirty hands.
Yeah.
And doctors, a lot of times, m- well, no, let me take that back. Most of them, thankful for doctors. We should all applaud the doctors and the nurses at this time. We should
Yeah.
applaud them. We should celebrate them. But there are doctors out there, especially as a Black woman, I know this. They have this holier than thou attitude that are like, they have a God complex,
Mhm.
that they can't get, everyone else can get sick, but I'm going to guess that has something to do with it.
Yeah.
Just saying. But he did, it was a family member, and he also was there. And so everyone was like, why wouldn't you take the vaccine?
Yeah.
You're in,
Yeah.
you're important.
You need to be an example.
So it would have been kind of cool if de Blasio had just said, yeah, you know what, I don't know.
Yeah. I totally agree with everything you're saying. With de Blasio, it seems like he's way more interested in being liked and like appeasing everyone than actually doing anything.
Yeah, we just want a plan. We
Yeah.
want you to, we want you to answer the questions honestly. And ugh, it's just
Yeah.
whenever when they ask him questions, he's doing what I'm doing right now. They'll ask him a question and he'll be like fiddling with his pen and stuff and like looking at it. And I'm like, focus on the damn question, man. Like,
Yeah.
listen to the person asking you a question. Anyway, he needs
Yeah.
an acting coach, maybe. Um,
Yeah. That'd be good.
where are stand-ups on the vaccine list? Nowhere.
Yeah.
Marina, where? Oh, that was asked a while ago. Sorry. I said I was going to talk about dating during. Okay, I'm sure there are a lot of questions. A lot of politicians would prefer to poll the audience before they speak. Yes, Mister
Mhm.
Mister, ask not what you can do about Corona. Ask what Corona can do for you. And Tamara, New York City Health Commissioner. That's his name. Thank you, Dr. David Chosky,
Mhm.
who, by the way, everyone should know, took over the job of the other. Tamara, do you know the name of the woman who left? Like, she quit because she's a Latino woman too, and I could see her cursing people out. She got into it with the police officer because she was like, "I don't give a fuck about y'all, okay? I'm dealing with regular folks out here." And so that became news, and I was like,
Yeah.
I want to hear from her why
Yeah.
she quit.
She needs to be the person in charge.
Because she's got a story to tell.
Oh, absolutely.
At the peak of this, she was like, I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out, de Blasio.
Yeah.
So yeah, here's my glasses. In a small Mr. says I'm in a small town upstate. I've been out to eat a lot. However, I follow all the rules plus extra. It's because I have OCD though. Hey, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Hatim. Hey, Hatim. Hatim is on here.
Oh, hello, Hatem.
Make sure you check out his podcast tomorrow. I'm going to be on it. It's called what is it? America
Live
Live
from
from,
America.
Live from America. Hatem, can you put the link in here so we could let people know he's doing like a Black History Month
Oh,
episode, which,
that's
well, it's just basically having me on.
great. Your Black History.
Yeah, I'm like a part of the Black History Month show, and Sherrod Small will be on that.
Oh, cool.
Mr. Mrs. said, what the hell was in that bottle? It looks like you're drinking frogs. Okay, so in this bottle is ginger. That's
Oh.
ginger. Have you ever, you cut up some ginger. It's great for you. I mean, I should have been doing this all the time. Ginger and then just herbal tea, which has turmeric.
Oh, yeah.
If you're over 40 and you don't know what turmeric is, kill yourself now. Turmeric. Okay. So, yeah. So let's go to some of our, let's see, Marina for mayor of New York. Oh, hell no. Hell to the no, no, no. However,
Okay.
we have, go ahead. Oh, wait,
I was going
what-
to say that Andrew Yang is running, and it's already been like his social media presence running for mayor of New York has been so funny already. Like there was this post he posted on Twitter where he was like in a Whole Foods and he was like, I love New York bodegas. And it's like, that's not a bodega.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about Andrew Yang. At first I did, and then I was like, I don't know, man.
I
He's
don't
at
know.
called a Whole Foods a bodega.
It wasn't exactly Whole Foods, but it was like clearly like a very like kind of it wasn't a bodega. It was a grocery store.
Was
that he
there a
was
dirty
in.
cat in there?
No, there was not a dirty cat.
Yeah, not a bodega. Was there a
No,
Latino present in presence anywhere?
I don't think so.
Not a bodega.
Yeah.
And the food items aren't organic in a bodega.
Yeah, it was
That's
like an organic food store.
yeah, no. Bodegas are lucky if the food is actually not expired.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's way past the expiration date. I mean, I don't know if bodegas have gotten. Let me not come at bodegas because someone's going to try to cancel me. In 10 years down the road, they're going to say that Marina was, saying something bad about bodegas.
It's coming after small business owners.
But there is always a dirty cat
There is always a dirty cat.
that I've
There's a
wanted
whole
to.
Twitter page dedicated to bodega cats.
Yeah, I wanted to steal a lot of the bodega cats. Actually, it has happened. People do steal bodega cats.
Really?
Yeah, and because they want them to be better taken care
Taken
of.
care of? Yeah.
Then they find out bodega cats want to be bodega cats.
Yeah, they just want to chill.
It's kind of like taking a woman. Oh no, maybe I shouldn't say that joke. I was gonna say taking a woman out of an abusive fight with a man, and then you end up getting beat up because you realize she was like she's still like in the abuse.
Mm-hmm.
You get end up in a hospital.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was a very long way to go for something that was really not that funny, and I apologize. But I want to let you know, if you're just joining us, we do this every Saturday at 3:00 to talk about the podcast. I'm Marina Franklin, and this is
Hello, my name is Evelyn Frick.
Evelyn Frick, and the podcast link is right here below us, scrolling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you can find out all the platforms where you could actually listen to it. And this week is probably one of the most important episodes, I would say, to listen to because it could save your life. We talk about the vaccine.
Yep.
We're talking to professionals. We also have an educator on that episode, Rafiq.
Yeah.
Uh, had some really interesting information, and but I'm not going to tell you too much because you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
So go and check it out. So you get your herbal frog tea on, huh, Mister? Excuse me. I'm not sick. I'm on a Z-Pack. I don't have the Rona. I've been vaping.
I think
Hey.
people forget
Sorry.
that this is a time, like the winter is time where people get sick. Because Corona's around, anytime anyone gets sick, it's like a huge freak out, but it's not
Thank
Corona.
It's not. I know. That's the worst part of this is like even in my own apartment when I cough, I feel like I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
People are listening.
So actually, I don't cough as much, which makes the coughing much worse because I'm holding in my
Yeah,
cough. Dr. Osiris Bardot. Wow, what a great name.
that
Or
is
is
a
it
good name.
Dr. Osiris Bardot? What a great name. That was the
That is,
former health commissioner of New York City. Look her up. I want to hear her story. I want to interview her.
yeah, we should get her on the podcast.
I know. I wonder if I can do that. Honest FM, are the cats there to chase away the mice and other rodents? Of course.
Yeah.
That's the abuse. It's like my cat, Billy, my poor Billy. I miss him so much.
Oh.
Billy would never have done that. I would
Yeah.
never abuse him to chase mice and rodents. You're not here to do that for me. I mean, and he didn't. Billy would see a fly and was like, ah.
Oh.
But it was because I think he just didn't know what it was.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because I had him since he was like 2. So he was like, what is that?
Yeah.
Rondell, who was here, used to watch Billy. You remember Billy Rondell? My little Billy. So make sure you listen to the podcast. Also, I think we could go to some of the comments and reviews.
Yeah. I just have some pulled up right now. This is from Instagram. It's on, it was commented on one of our posts for the episode this week. A person, it's at feroza.cayetano. They said, for real, thank you for this episode. Y'all brought all the info and asked all the questions, and then multiple fire emojis.
I love you speaking in black scent, by the way. That was cute. I loved it. I loved having you read that. Yeah. It's it's important information.
Yeah.
We have had people who've been on the podcast. Zawadi told me, she was like, I'm so hesitant about the vaccine, so I want to go listen to it. I'm going to go listen to it now.
Yeah, I think that's important. We've had, I think, quite a few people express skepticism about the vaccine on the podcast. And, like Dr. Pleat said, rightfully so, there's a history to why Black and brown people are skeptical about the vaccine. But yeah, no, I think this episode is great for educating everyone.
And I do feel like, they talked about the statistics this week.
Yeah.
Governor Cuomo. Governor Cuomo talked about the statistics and the disparity of the people getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
So of the people who are eligible for the vaccine, like almost 95%, almost, of 65-year-olds who are white are getting the vaccine.
Yeah.
Black, it's like a huge drop. Of Black who are older, who are eligible for the vaccine, but actually getting the vaccine is like way underneath. Like, I think it's less than like 50%. It's like somewhere around 30.
Yeah.
It's a huge drop off. And what I need, and then Latina too. And like, it's horrible because these are the population that is actually dying from it.
Yeah.
Who are not receiving it. And here's my question is, if they really know this, if they really care about this, door to door.
Yeah.
I don't know why they can't do door to door.
They should. They do that for the census.
Yeah, they do that for the census, and they do that for like every week I get knocks on my door for extermination,
Yeah.
for roaches, and I have roaches and stuff. So, and I get knocked on the door if I need to pay a bill,
Yeah.
right? So my taxes,
Yeah.
you bug me for the things you need,
Yeah.
and I would say this is the thing you need. And if someone doesn't answer that door, then you got an honest answer for you about
Mhm.
who doesn't want to take it. But
Yeah.
right now, I don't think it's just we're not wanting to take it. I also
Yeah.
think the information isn't there and you're
Yeah.
not reaching the people where they're at.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mic drop.
I mean, it's right here, but if I drop it, Mr. said, okay, I don't trust no vaccine. My skeptic, yeah, we know about the medical history of America. We get it. He's
You
seen
should
all the
listen
red.
to this episode.
Listen to this episode, Mister. It'll help you because that's exactly what we talk about. We
Yeah.
get everything you're saying, Mister. We get you how you're feeling today. And he said, Resident Evil, Mister thinks he's gonna be quacking after like quack quack. Maybe keep it in an ice cream truck. Oh, they're talking about. Well, there's two types. Don't you dare call my cat moody. My cat was a moody cat.
Oh.
But yes, it is one of those things where there's two types of vaccines. Is Moderna. Is the Moderna the 2 shots?
Moderna and Pfizer are 2 shots, and then the Johnson and Johnson one, which they're trying to get approved, is just 1 shot, but it's slightly less effective.
That's the one they're gonna roll out to the black folks. That's gonna be the generic one. Less
Yeah.
effective. I'm telling you. But
Yeah.
here's the thing: is like, but you won't die from it, so that's important, right?
Yeah. It prevents serious illness from COVID.
I don't care about the vaccine. I care about corona. So
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I'm more afraid of corona than I am of the vaccine. I'm terrified of the virus. I
Yeah.
have people in my family who have passed away from the virus.
Yeah.
I know friends who are traveling, who are risking their lives to get to family members who have died from this virus. I am more afraid of that than I am of the vaccine. And here's the other thing. I also think taking the vaccine is like wearing a mask. I know a lot of people will disagree with that. I don't care. I feel this way because I am seeing the emotional effects around me that are devastating.
Yeah.
And I see people are more than willing to go outside without a mask and not care about the people around them.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen the level of selfishness and greed in America. I'm tired of it. So listen, I will ask all the right questions. I will get all the answers from the experts who look like me,
Yeah.
who can, when you go to like well, Evelyn, you don't know this.
I haven't experienced this.
But when you go to a black-owned business or you go to you're in a black experience and you walk in and everyone's being professional, then you could just look at this. Tell me for real, sister, is this for real? For real? That's the conversation I'm going to have about the vaccine. That's it. But no judgment. You do what you got to do.
Yeah, no, I think Rafiq made he said on the podcast this week, for young people, it's the vaccine isn't for you. You're getting it for the people around you. You're getting it for your older relatives. You're getting it for your immunocompromised relatives or friends. Because like he said, if you're a young person, the likelihood that you'll die from it is a lot lower. But if you do pass it on to someone who is more susceptible, their likelihood of dying from it is a lot higher. So it's more about protecting the other people around you. And I think that's a really important point.
It's so important because I am seeing the older generation, really the patriarch of Black elders.
Yeah.
They are gone, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I walked by someone on the phone talking in the street. I mean, he shouldn't have been using that. They got these phones where you can plug in your internet and stuff and talk on
Oh,
the phone.
yeah.
I don't know. It's useful for people who need that, who don't have like a phone.
Yeah.
But he's like, "No, man, my aunt, my uncle's gone. Oh man, I mean, they all gone." It was the most tragic phone conversation I've ever heard. But that
Yeah.
conversation is happening like a billion times in the Black community.
Yeah.
And so that is why we cannot go with, just drink ginger. I get it. These are all the things that can help you sustain and, being vegan and, choosing to eat cauliflower or not eating cauliflower. All those things that Dr. CB talked about.
Yeah.
Those are things you've had to be doing over the years to get your body in the shape that it needs to be. But right now we're in a bit of a situation here, but that episode on the podcast, you got to listen to it from her. Dr. Valencia Polite. She's amazing. She took the vaccine herself and she talks about that.
Yeah.
Very. So Tamara, people seem to like me more with my glasses on, which is kind of Rondell, kind of insulting. Rondell. Okay. Rondell was like, "Where's your glasses?" I was like, "I thought I looked cute." I have gained a little bit of weight though during this time. It's okay. It's all right. It's all good.
Everyone has.
I don't go anywhere. Sorry for the cough. I did not use that tone of neck roll in my explanation. Yes, you did, Mister. Yes, honest. The vaccine is more effective compared to the mask, but you have to wear both, by the way. The people, please keep reading about the vaccine. Yes, I was talking with a doctor friend who said the better vaccine may be AstraZeneca. Interesting. Spelling, we're not sure. Neither has been approved yet. Okay. And Johnson & Johnson. Okay. Avoid taking it for the first 5 years and see how it affects. No, Mister. Incorrect. We don't have the time. And I think that was the great conversation that happened on the podcast.
Yeah.
Is that we have an educator who's on the show, Rafiq, who talks about, I mean, to put it lightly, there's no way to put it lightly, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Doing Zoom calls with students who are like, my aunt can't wake up right now.
Yeah.
Could you imagine? My grandma's not waking up. So we don't have 5 years. We just don't,
And actually, Rafiq, he said on the podcast he used to be against the vaccine. He wasn't going to take it, and then he actually got COVID and was really, really sick. And thankfully now he's better, but now he's really kind of been a champion for the vaccine. So it might be worth listening to, or it is worth listening to what he has to say, because he used to share your perspective, Mister.
Yeah, Mister. We love you, Mister. I love doing the neck rolls.
Yeah.
All right. So one more, and then do you have another review?
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch.
Okay.
This one isn't a review, but it is Dr. Polite actually responded to our tweet. So you should also, whether or not you listen to the podcast, I'd also recommend following Dr. Polite on Twitter and Instagram, because she does post about information. And she had said, "Thank you. It was such a great time. Also forgot to tell my colleagues that I shouted them out on the podcast at NoFishman on Twitter and at Eugenia_South, who have inspired me along this COVID vaccination journey. #vaccines save lives." So even if you don't listen to the podcast, I think it's worthwhile to follow these doctors on social media, because that's another place where you can get more information directly from medical professionals.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I don't talk to. I was about to say I don't talk to my my bodega clerk about stand-up comedy and how to get better as a comic. However,
Yeah.
everyone does think they are a comedian, so that's not a good analogy. Um, but I don't talk to like my dentist about, how to paint my wall in my apartment,
Yeah.
right? When you need help, you need help. Smartest people get the information from the smart people who have the information.
Yeah.
That's what smart people do. And I'm gonna be preachy. I'm gonna be preachy like a motherfucker. So anyway, so make sure you listen to the podcast. If you're just joining us, that's why we do this every Saturday. We're here to talk about Friends Like Us, the podcast. Tell you that it's here. A lot of my fans didn't even know I had a podcast, which is really fascinating because we've been doing it for 7 years. And you can find it. The link is right here on this ticker, right here, and it's in the chat link tree. I'll put it up again just so you know. Linktree / Marina Y Franklin. Also, I have a comedy show coming up. It's February 18th. Evelyn will be there. Also, Mia Jackson will be performing. Mia Jackson, hilarious comedian who also opened for Amy Schumer for when we could do comedy shows. So and since you're here on YouTube, I always appreciate you. You just have to email me and I will send you a free link to that show on February 18th at 8:30 p.m. That's New York Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
That's after Valentine's Day, after all the love.
Yeah.
After all that, I got stories for you. Thank you, Honest FM, saying the previous episode of Friends Like Us was great. They spent a good amount of time discussing the vaccine conspiracy theories and how they affect the minority communities within the family too, right? Honest FM, because you see Melissa's mother, she doesn't even talk. She won't even go near her mother. Her mother has so many ideas about this virus. So it's really, and what to do. So it's a really important conversation. I have a question about the vaccine. The vaccine is supposed to be 95% effective. What happens to the 5%? Eric G, good question. Ask a professional.
Yep.
Because I don't actually know what happens to the 5%. It's a great question. I think the 5% probably just goes maybe, I'm going to answer it like a comedian would. The toilet, maybe? I don't know. The digestive system? I don't know. Improving your vision? Who knows? But I think that's a great question.
Yeah, I think I can't specifically remember if that's answered in the previous episode of Friends Like Us, but I think if you have questions like that, you should definitely listen to the podcast because Dr. Polite has so many great answers.
Yeah. So, that's a great episode. Also, we have another, the one that's coming out this week is another great episode with Rachel Feinstein and
Relinda Harvey Smith.
Relinda Smith, who is married to Owen Smith, who's a comedian. Relinda Smith, amazing. She did the articles about having attention deficit disorder. I know I have it. You probably saw it at least 5 times during this recording right now. And she talks about attention deficit disorder in the Black community and what it's like to being a strong Black woman and Black Girl Magic, how that sounds to someone who is really going through depression.
Yeah.
It's a great episode. And it's actually funny too, because Rachel Feinstein is there who suffers from ADD. I know, she's my best friend. And oh my God, I mean, there have been so many times where I was definitely frustrated and I didn't realize that's what was going on with her.
Yeah.
And it talks about how to deal with that as a parent. So mothers with ADHD with children, so it's a great, great conversation. And also Nina Daniels is on that episode as well. So definitely check it out. Eric G says, I have asked professionals and no one can answer it. I'm going to, you know what, Eric G, just because I think this would help you is if you ask that question on our Instagram under Dr. Polite's page.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a great idea.
To see what she says. I'm curious. I think it's a great question. I don't know how many times I can say that. It's a great question.
And she's definitely willing to answer people's questions.
Yeah. And as far as like why people aren't getting, because someone asked earlier about my concern is the lack. Oh, Amen A. Thank you for this. My concern is the lack of infrastructure for the vaccine. Yeah. I hear that people haven't been able to get appointments for it. You are absolutely right. And you know what I feel? I feel that there are people who know people.
Oh, yeah.
Who can get the vaccine. And there are people who know how to work the system.
Yeah.
Who are getting that vaccine that shouldn't be getting it before other people.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's a crime.
Oh, absolutely.
Look, my Karen just kicked in. That's a crime.
We need to write those people letters.
If I'm in line and I see someone that looks like, I'll just say it, a lawyer that works at Goldman Sachs, I'm going to profile that motherfucker. I'm going to be like, you ain't supposed to be in this line. Who told you could get in? I want to see, because I know people. I have talked to people. I've talked to one person, not people. I talked to one person who basically said, I have friends who know people.
That's crazy.
But that's what's happening.
Yeah. And I think part of the infrastructure problem too, is that like for me, I'm not in New York right now, but on the Pennsylvania Department of Health website, there's like a map where you can see places in your area that have the vaccine. And just looking at my map, and I'm assuming other maps are like this too, the majority of places that have the vaccine are not located in Black or brown communities. So it's so much harder for someone who is, Black or brown to get the vaccine because they have to, go longer distances, or they have to do the extra work to find places that distribute the vaccine and schedule that appointment and get there.
And stand in line.
Yeah,
stand in line for hours.
Yeah.
70-year-old. I couldn't imagine if my dad were still alive at 71 years old, barely able to stand with pre-existing conditions, standing in line for more than an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't even go outside and walk like 4 miles without having to pee at least 3 times.
Yeah.
And I'm not 70.
Mm-hmm.
But I should get a diaper.
Yeah.
Hey, Nicole, you're not late. You on time.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to boycott you two? Let us know, Nicole Hair. She's like, I'm trying. I'm here. You are here. So I want you to know, Nicole, we do this every week. We're going to be signing off soon, but we do this every week, every Saturday. Mm-hmm. On YouTube, on Facebook as well. Since you're boycotting YouTube, and let's say maybe you don't come back, this is also streaming on Facebook. It's also streaming on Twitch. Yep. And maybe it's streaming on our Patreon page, which is the goal for us, which is why we're doing this. Yeah. Eventually, we won't be doing this and making it available for everyone. Eventually, this will be only on our Patreon page. But I have to figure that out. So while that's happening, you guys are getting this for free.
Yeah. But you are able to get early and exclusive content on the Patreon. So if you want to support women of color and Black women this Black History Month, you should subscribe to the Patreon.
Yeah. Yeah. Please. The Patreon. It sounds like I'm saying like the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yes. Go to our Patreon page, which is also Marina, Patreon / Marina Y. Franklin. I love you, Nicole Hair. What's going on? You guys know each other? There's like some love going on in our room here.
I know.
Mr. is hilarious. Yes, Mr. is hilarious. Rondell says set up a Cash App. Cash App is actually on my YouTube page. Thank you very much, Rondell. And Nicole says that they censorship is on. Yeah, I noticed that too, that when you're black on any of these platforms, censorship seems to happen quite easily for us.
Hmm.
I mean, even on TikTok, it's like in order to go viral, let me just be honest here. I'm putting up a lot of my routine, so it kind of works for me. But if I was just creating stuff, there's someone in Wuhan
Yeah.
who maybe not be used to black faces, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, nah. I mean, they don't say nah, but they may say nah because, they appropriate black people all the time, but then they don't want to
Yeah.
promote us.
Yeah.
So I'm with you, Nicole. I'm with you. And what's going on with this love relationship that you got going on with Michael? Like, what is that about?
Yeah. Please tell us more.
Yeah, Mo Seeger, as usual, the poor will be left behind. It's really a tragic tale. It's
Yeah.
like the Titanic. Someone made a joke about that earlier on, that we're all the musicians, on the boat as it's sinking. That
Yeah.
is, oh my God, Yamanika is calling me while I'm doing my. Let's just see. I want her to see this. Uh-oh. I usually don't answer, but Yamanika, I'm on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube live right now. I'm on YouTube live right now. I can't take a break.
How long you gonna be alive?
I'm gonna be on live for like another 15 minutes. You want to say anything? They can hear.
I'm right by your house.
You're right by my house. Well, like right by my house. Right by my house.
Yeah, I can't. If you alive, I can't tell you. But you know where the optical place is. I'm there. I went to the post office.
I'll be off in like 8 minutes.
Okay.
Say hi to everybody. They can hear you.
Hello, everybody. It's Yamanika. How are you? Hope y'all blessed.
Go follow Yamanika. If you're not already following Yamanika, you should. Her YouTube page is fantastic.
Yeah.
We do. Michael Beck is saying, get her on the show. We've had Yamanika on the show several times on Friends Like Us.
Several times.
Yeah, she's been on the show.
On.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to wait for you in the corner for 8 minutes. Just please, I want to see you.
Okay. All right, boo-boo.
All right, baby.
Okay, bye. All right. So, all right. So, sorry about that, everyone. But everyone loves Yamanika, and I definitely want to tell you, like, go to her page. She's got a great. We hope to be there someday, like that. Oh my God,
she's so funny.
Mo is from Paris, and in France we have universal health. Yeah, everywhere else they have It's just America has to catch up.
Yeah,
Mr. said, even if you say black in a YouTube video, the censors are awakened. Yeah, it's crazy, Mr. Finally, we agree on something. All right. Is there another review?
Yeah. So actually, we got a new review on our Apple Podcasts.
What? It's working. It's working.
I know it's working. We got one on Saturday. This is from Geo Metro, and the subject says Friends Favorite 2020. So I think this is in reference to the Diane Latiker episode. And it says 5 stars, so great. Listened a few times to this one. Love Marina's guests so much. Good content, insights, and laughter. And then multiple clapping hands emojis.
Yeah, that Diane Latiker episode was my favorite.
Yeah, it's a fantastic episode.
Yeah, it's really good. So I definitely say listen to that one. That was named. We named that our best episode of the year. Actually, that's how good that was.
Yeah.
If you didn't know, you should find out, because that one is called. Hold on. What was the name of that episode? It's not called Diane Latiker.
No, it's
Shiro.
Yeah.
It's
a great episode.
A Chicago Shiro. Great episode.
Yeah.
So, okay. Let me go soon, because I know Yamanika is very patient. Honest FM, less than your healthcare costs. Mr. really trying to show he woke out here. Well, he woke now because he's talking. but the earliest I can't trust Yamanika. It's 4 syllables. That's hilarious. That name, I have never known a name that fit a person more in my life.
That's true. Yeah.
Yamanika. She's every bit of that name. Okay, my question on dating during Corona earlier, please. Okay, so dating during Corona. Evelyn, you're not doing it because you're with someone, right?
Yeah, although we actually have an open relationship, but even so, like I haven't, yeah, just for fun. Yeah, but no, I haven't really like done any dating during this time. So yeah, I don't have any insight on that, unfortunately.
I love your generation more than life. I love that. I wish I could have said that when I was younger. We just have an open relationship. Everyone was just holding on
Yeah.
to the people they're with. I believe in open relationships. I don't know. I think it's
Yeah.
cool.
Our point of view on it is that like my girlfriend, her name is Sophie, like we don't want to prevent each other from like being able to like make other connections with people and like being, I don't know, getting to be with other people. So that's just kind of, but like that doesn't, I think a lot of times people are like, oh, but open relationships, it's like that takes away from your love of someone else. But that's not necessarily true. That's not true in my experience.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I I would say for me, for dating during Corona, I've been on Match.com. It's going miserably.
Mm.
They never there's no one there. I had one guy and we just stopped talking because the holidays happened. And I'm afraid
Mm.
to reach back out to him because I feel
Mm.
like, I don't know. I do feel like sort of like I'm still caught up in like the he and she stuff. Like I feel like he should make the move more
Mm.
than I should make the move. I don't really like to be the aggressor in a relationship. I like the guy to make
Yeah.
some moves. But I don't know. Dating during Corona, I didn't do it because I
Yeah.
was so nervous about this virus and bringing anything. I'm not with a family, but I definitely was worried about making other people sick. So I
Yeah.
didn't do it. I went on one date by accident. It wasn't actually a date. It was,
Oh.
yeah, it was more of a like sit down with a Karen.
Oh no.
Well, he lives in my building. I'm the
Mm.
Karen, by the way, in this scenario. And I had all these complaints about what was going on behind the building. And
Mm.
so he's like, maybe we should go and talk about it. Do you have time?
Oh.
Real slick, this guy. He goes, maybe you
Yeah.
have some time tonight. And I was like, yeah. And then after a while, as I was sitting down with him and I was talking about all the signs that I had posted in the building,
Yeah.
he was like, I felt kind of like it was a date.
Yeah.
And here's what turned me off about him. He took
Hmm.
his mask off. Oh no,
Oh.
he never had it on.
Oh no, that's not good.
So no.
Yeah.
I saw him earlier today. Sorry. This cough, by the way, I'm okay. It's not corona. I saw him earlier today. He kind of has a little smile every now and then when he sees me in the building, like, there goes the Karen. There goes the lady who makes the signs. So, yeah. Venus is saying bird watching, outside dates. I just wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. Oh, what's going on here? Let's see
They're
here.
having a whole conversation.
Yeah, we got it. We got to get out of here. Let's see what's going on. Let's see. We won't make the first move. This is why the patriarch exists. I guess you're right. I'm part responsible, but I won't do it. It's just my preference. Dating during pandemic, instead of wearing condoms, you got to wear hazmat suits. I just wanted to hear from the horse's mouth. But wait, what horse? Who's the horse? Learn
It's
about it.
Seeger. They're talking about, I think, like healthcare in France.
Oh, okay. Oh, they're going really in. Good for you. I love it when the chats get crazy. Someone named I want to be famous. Okay, that person that's like, look at that. That's some spam thing.
Yeah.
The Wisers thing, you could tell because look how the letters are. By
Yeah.
followers and primes. I don't know how to. I'm going to report them. I've been on one date. Michael Beck says, I was thinking about giving her a hug, but at the last minute, give her my hand. She looked at my hand a little before shaking it. Awkward. And we did not hook up, needless to say. Yeah, that would be awkward. Asking for a hand, even a hug during this time is just a bit, hey, you gotta not do. You notice I haven't had as many hot flashes?
I have noticed that, yeah.
I have my tea.
Teas work.
The tea is working. Not this tea, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's my gossip. No, not my gossip. Okay. Handshakes are one of the main ways of corona spreads, hence why they tell you not to touch your face, which I just did. I'm American. Over here, we have better standard. Okay, they're still talking about healthcare. Oh, right. So we have to go because Yamanika is outside waiting for me. So we have to go. I want to say thank you so much. You guys seriously, you rock. Evelyn, you rock too.
Oh, thank you. So do you.
Did we miss any reviews?
No, I don't think so. I had one left, but it was just more generally about Black History Month, so we can read it next week.
You can read it. You can read it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so the other one that I had was on Twitter from Hugo's Post Podcast. She said, at Friends Like Us, you all have introduced me to so many wonderful Black voices over the years. All the friends don't just celebrate and educate 1 month a year, but throughout the months and in spite of the times. Thanks, Marina Franklin, for kicking this off. # Black History Month.
That is a great way to end this live stream because that is so true. People keep asking me, what are you doing for Black History Month? I'm like, we do it all year.
Yeah.
We do it every week. So listen to the podcast. Friends Like Us is available on all platforms.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the description after we post this on YouTube, but it's right here. Link TREE. I think that's, yes, / Marina Franklin. It's right there.
Nice.
So I want to thank you all. Make sure you get a hoodie. You can get a t-shirt.
Yep.
Yes. And if you'd like to come to the free comedy show, I have the link next Saturday. So next Saturday, if you're on here next Saturday, you will get a free link to that show because it is only $5. But if you will be on our next live stream next Saturday, I will provide that for you because I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you all for always joining us. Mental hug definitely for you, Nicole. We'll be here for you on Facebook and Twitch and all those other streams. We got you. We got you, Nicole. All right. Thank you so much. Be safe out there. Wear your mask. Get the vaccine. Get all the information you need first, too. All right? Yeah. Make sure, no matter what, you check us out. Okay? Bye. See you later. It's a little bit of a delay. So long, farewell, la vie. He passed away tonight. So long, farewell.